I think that one of the biggest things we could do as salespeople, as trusted advisors, to both help our clients and ourselves and to remove a lot of frustration and pain, is to get much better about defining how decisions will be made and actually helping people make good decisions in their own best interest. Now, the way you can tell if this is a problem with you or not is you say, well, is anybody kind of walking around saying our sales cycles are too long? Or do you have, proposals you've made and you had no response? It's been 30 days, 60 days, 90, 120 days. See, this would be backed by a lot of statistics. One study over a very large body of data said that of deals that were forecast to win, not just in the beginning of the pipeline, over 25%, arrived in no decision. They didn't decide to do anything with anybody. And they kind of said, well, seems like kind of a joke, bad joke. So let me offer you three things. We'll just deal with the first one. The three things we'd really like to get here. One is, well, what is the decision process? Does it make sense? Two is, do we have access to the people who are actually going to make or influence that decision so we can diagnose before we go out and prescribe? And the third one is, are we skilled at finding out their decision criteria, helping them walk through, well, so you're going to make this decision rather than walk in there and say, I'll know it when I see it. What are some good criteria you could apply to this so that when we walk in, we can do a better job of helping them make good choices. The first part, though, is if we decided there's something valuable worth deciding on, because if there's no value, why even bother having a decision process to buy something that's not valuable? I mean, if there's something valuable to buy, then every week, every month, every quarter, they don't take advantage of that. They're burning through that value. They're wasting shareholder value that they could be obtaining. Or if it really doesn't make sense, if they have better use of their resources, then we're wasting our time. Just either take this off the table and don't do it at all, or get a series of steps that you could follow, the end of which you could say comfortably, yes, we're going to do this, or no, we're not. So that's the first part, is we say fill out what we call a decision grid. The first column is the steps. What are the steps you need to take as an organization to be able to finally say either, yes, this makes sense, or no, we have better use of our resources. And the idea is if you want a good answer about what it takes to get a yes, make no be okay. Let them know, hey, you could say yes or no, just what do you have to do to actually get there? And if you look at those steps, often the next thing that we want is what decision gets made in each step. See, that's often what stretches these things out. People meet, they talk, and nothing happens. They don't make any decision. So the second part is, well, let's get clear. There has to be a gate, a go, no-go gate, proceed, stop. And either one is okay. Let's just be clear in each step, what's the decision? And then let's sketch out a timeline. When do you want to make those? We look at the timeline, we say, well, hey, every week, every month we take to make this decision, we're burning through value. It's cost us money to make this decision. Can we collapse it? Can we shorten it? And who has to be in each step to make those decisions? Now, it turns out those are the people we're going to need to talk to before we can present them a solution that would actually meet their needs. But that's the beginning of it. If we have a mutually agreed upon decision process, here's the steps we're going to take, here's the decision we'll make in each one, here's when we'll make them, here's who has to be involved in each step in order to make that decision. So, all right, so we look at that, we say, can we collapse it, make it better, shorter, did we leave something out? If it's tight, it's together, we now have a path that we can follow together. So if you have a bunch of proposals out there that people aren't deciding on, go back to them, and say, hey, look, either this makes sense and every week you go through with not doing it, you're burning through value, or it doesn't make sense and you should just take it off the table. Let's find a series of steps we can take together and you can decide yes is okay, no is okay, maybe is not okay.